Okay. Next up is Monica Spencer and Cassandra Morrow. I get a lot of questions about can we buy food? And by default, once the families or the children are deemed homeless, they are eligible for free lunch. But then I have some questions about okay, so after they get breakfast and lunch at school, what do they do at home? Well, with ARP homeless funds, 1 and 2, there was more flexibility to do those kinds of things if you had the data to support that purchasing food at home could help the child academically. Well, SNAP has always been around, and I don't know if we're utilizing it to its capacity when it comes to making certain that families or even unaccompanied youth have access to food once they leave the school. So with that being said, I'm going to bring up these two ladies, and they're going to show you how to access SNAP, and they're going to talk about that unaccompanied homeless youth. Because I go to a lot of places, and when I say this child can apply for his or her own food stamps, and I get stares because a lot of people don't understand how it works. So they're going to provide some clarification to that. Thank you.
Okay, good afternoon. My name is Monica Spencer. I'm the program manager for EBT and SNAP Outreach.
And I'm Cassandra Morrow. I'm with EBT, and I'm the SNAP Outreach Coordinator with the Food Assistance Division. Okay. We're going to briefly speak on some of the basics about SNAP, not only for the homeless children, but for people in general who may qualify for the SNAP benefits. Our first thing to know is what is SNAP? SNAP is the acronym for the Supplemental Nutritious Assistance Program. And the main goal and purpose is to end hunger and improve nutrition by providing monthly benefits to eligible low-income households to help them buy food they need for good health. Many would like to know how to apply for the SNAP food assistance. Applicants may apply in person at their local DHR office. They may apply by mail. They may apply by fax. They may apply by the phone, just simply picking up the phone. But in order to find the local county office in that area, the address, phone number, and fax number, they can visit the website at www.dhr.alabama.gov. Applicants may also apply by completing an application online. However, this will require registering an online account through the website at mydhr.alabama.gov. Steps when determining if you're eligible for SNAP. First of all, the application must be submitted. It must be completed and signed. The household or its appointed authorized representative must be interviewed. Certain information on the application must be verified, including household composition. The standard process for this takes up to 30 days. So the definition of a head of household for SNAP purposes. This can be any household member who can represent the household by providing the county office with sufficient and accurate information concerning household circumstances. The head of household is also used for the assignment of the case name and may be designated by the applicant. There are no requirements for an individual household member to meet to be head of household, other than he or she must be the responsible household member. Defining what is parental control when it comes to SNAP purposes. A child is considered under parental control if she or he is financially or otherwise dependent on a member of that household, which could be the adult non-parent who provides the shelter, utilities, clothing, and food, unless in the state law defines such a person as an adult. One example of this is a 16-year-old client who has applied for food assistance separately from his 23-year-old cousin whom he lives with. The worker has spoken with an aunt and an uncle in another county who both indicated no other relatives would take in the 16-year-old. The aunt and uncle also confirmed that the client is a student at the Brookwood High School. However, the 23-year-old cousin does not exercise parental control over him. Therefore, the 16-year-old can apply for SNAP benefits and purchase and prepare meals separately from his 23-year-old cousin. Now, the definition of purchasing and preparing separately. Purchasing and preparing meals separately is when a group of household members live together, but due to their ages, they can apply for SNAP benefits and purchase and prepare their meals separately. Any household member applying for SNAP benefits that is age 22 or older has the option of purchasing and preparing meals separately from any other SNAP or non-SNAP household members. This also applies for a parent and a child that is age 22 that's in the same household. They can apply for SNAP and purchase and prepare their meals separately, the 22-year-old and that parent, because of that age. Household composition can get a little lengthy. There is a lot when it comes to household composition. We'll touch on a few of the policies. The following individuals who live together must be included in one food assistance household, regardless whether the individual purchase and prepare meals separately. The spouses. A spouse cannot live in the same household and apply for separate benefits. They must apply as one household. Other than foster children, any 17-year-old or younger under the parental control of any adult household member other than a parent has to be preparing meals together. Children's naturally adopted or step, 21 years of age or under, living with their parents, even if such children are themselves parents and or married and living with their spouse. A step-parent and a stepchild relationship should be considered as one SNAP household if they live together, even if the natural parent dies, leaves, or get a divorce. One example, a mother marries another individual other than the child's father. That individual that she marries becomes the step-parent to the child. If the natural mother leaves the relationship, gets a divorce, or dies, the child remains with the step-parent. The relationship must be considered as one household unit for SNAP purposes, which means that stepfather and that stepchild has to be as one food assistance unit. They cannot be separated. The adoption of a child negates the parent-child relationships. An example, Mrs. X has applied for SNAP for herself and her youngest child, which is age 3. Mrs. X and her youngest child lives in the home with Mrs. X's grandmother, who has legally adopted Mrs. X's oldest child, who is 7. Ms. X wished not to include her oldest child in her recertification since she does not have any legal rights to the child. Can the 7-year-old child be separate from his mother? Yes, he can. Although the household consists of an adopted parent, which is the grandmother, a biological parent, which is the client, and 2 children, the adoption of the child by the grandmother negates the parent-child relationships. Therefore, the biological parent and the youngest child may apply as a separate household from the grandmother and her oldest child, if they intend to purchase and prepare meals separately. Additional household composition: children who spend the summer months away from their parents' household cannot maintain their SNAP household membership during their absence. If a child is currently getting SNAP benefits with their mother, and the summertime they leave and go stay elsewhere, they cannot continue to get SNAP benefits with their mother. During the school year, a child lives with the parent and the entire household participates in SNAP. For the summer month, the child lives with another adult. Because the child moved away from the parent during the summer, the child should no longer be included in the parent's SNAP household during the summer. The other adult who now has the child may apply for the benefits with the child. Other than foster children, any children or child 17 years of age or younger under parental control of any adult household member, regardless of their method of purchasing and preparing meals, must be included in one food assistance household. However, a minor can sign the SNAP application and represent the household in the certification process. If she or he is a responsible household member, which means they are capable of representing the household by providing the county department with not only sufficient but accurate information concerning the household circumstances. In the United States, a minor is generally legally defined as a person under the age of 18. Therefore, a person under the 18 can sign a food assistance application and represent the household in the certification process if that individual can provide the accurate information relating to that household circumstances. What students can apply for their own SNAP case? If a homeless student is 18 years old and not living with a parent, she or he may apply for their own SNAP case. Anyone who is considered an individual living alone, including homeless youth, should be afforded the opportunity to apply as a one-person household. County staff can request verification of this household composition if it is questionable. Verification may include any type of collateral contact, which could be an oral statement or a written statement, confirming the household circumstances by anyone that's outside of that household. So whose income will be included? All adult SNAP household members' income, whether it's earned or unearned income, will be included in the SNAP budget. A child, regardless of age, that receives unearned income, which is most likely their SSI or their Social Security, this child, regardless of their age, who receives that type of income, that income will be included in the SNAP case. A 6-year-old lives with an aunt, and the aunt has parental control over the 6-year-old. The aunt has full-time employment, and the 6-year-old receives SSI each month. Both employment wages and the SSI income would be included in the SNAP budget, since the aunt does have parental control over that 6-year-old. So earned income of children under the age of 18 in a household under parental control, this is income that will be excluded. That income is a parental control of an adult who attends elementary or secondary school. So let me say that again. Earned income of children under the age of 18 in a household under parental control of an adult who attends elementary or secondary school or attends classes to obtain GED. Their income, if they have any, will be excluded. We will not count that income. Conversely, an individual under the age of 18 that does not live in the household under parental control of an adult shall have their income included in the budget. So, a 17-year-old SNAP head of household has an 11-year-old child. She attends a secondary school and earns wages weekly. Because the 17-year-old does not live with a parent, nor is she under parental control of another adult, the income will be budgeted into the SNAP budget. So this is the end, and if there anyone that needs assistance or any information concerning any SNAP benefits, they can contact their local DHR in their county, and they can provide them with more information, or if they need an application, they can follow either one of those methods in obtaining an application. Okay. Any questions? Okay.
2 questions, but they're kind of like one. What is parental control, and what if it's a 15-year-old, or is there any limit on when they're independent and being a minor?
So parental control is if an adult in the household provides for the child financially or otherwise, or have some type of control over the child. That's defined as parental control. So, oh, go ahead, I'm sorry. It could be oral statement or a written statement. Mm-hmm. If you have a 15-year-old that accompanies you, you can apply, right? If he's not under, if he's living,
They're on their own.
yeah, if he's living with another, if he's not under parental control of someone else, then that 15-year-old can apply for their own benefits. But that's the key to it, age and parental control. I think she.
Question. Would you go back to the slide regarding the grandmother where the child is in the household,
Okay.
but the mother, the biological mother is in the household as well, but the child has been adopted by the grandmother?
Okay, okay. Is this it?
This is it.
That's, I think that's it.
That's it. And the question is it correct to say that each one in that household is a separate individual where SNAP is concerned?
No, so that slide is illustrating, so in that scenario, the grandmother, her daughter, and the grandmother's grandchild live in one house. The grandmother adopted the child. Therefore, the mother no longer have parental control because the grandmother adopted the child. So therefore, the grandmother and the child have to be together regardless. They have to be included in the same budget. They don't have the option to purchase and prepare separately.
Okay.
The mother does not have to be in the household. She can, but she does not have to be. But the grandchild and the grandmother have to stay together because the grandmother legally adopted the child.
Okay. So grandmother and child are one unit.
Right.
Mother can be another
A
unit.
separate unit in the same
Thank you.
house.
The same
Thank you.
household.
Thank you for the clarification.
Yes, ma'am.
Any more?
Any more questions?
Okay. We thank you.
Thank you all.